Call ended.
Hi, Tubies. It's me, Sheila True Love. Truly loving you as you truly love me, which is very nice. The reason why I'm making this video is to share something with you when I say to you, please just be patient. That anytime you're dealing with a narcissist, even though my fiance that I was getting ready to marry, he was not a full blown narcissist, but he had the narcissistic traits, and he's the one who cheated on me and hurt me so badly until I was like suicidal. This is the man who I loved more than almost life itself. I really loved him. His name was Gregory Elliott. You know, you can look at my previous videos. You see a picture of him and me together. Some people say he looked like Denzel Washington. But, you know, he hurt me tremendously. Like you couldn't imagine. Well, actually, I'm sure you can, considering you have probably been in the same situation that I was in. But when I tell you that they reap what they sow. Listen to this phone call. I just got this earlier today. You know, they reap. That's why you have to be careful with how you treat people.
You have 12
You
saved
really do.
messages. Saved message.
Sheila, this is Greg calling. I'm in bad shape and then I'm in the hospital. I don't know what's happening to me. Please get in touch with me right away, please. I need you. I need you, Sheila. Please. Oh God. Oh God, help me. I hope everything is okay when you get here. I need you, Sheila. Okay. I'm in the Bronx Hospital. Okay. Oh God. I need you. I need you. I need you, Sheila. Please help me. Please. Okay? Okay. Bye-bye.
To replay this message, press 1.
Sheila, this is Greg calling. I'm in bad shape and then I'm in the hospital. I don't know what's happening to me. Please get in touch with me right away, please. I need you. I need you, Sheila. Please. Oh God. Oh God, help me. I hope everything is okay when you get here. I need you, Sheila. Okay. I'm in the Bronx Hospital. Okay. Oh God. I need you. Oh, I need you. I need you, Sheila. Please help me. Please. Okay. Okay. Bye bye.
This is what happens when you treat people
Call ended.
badly. When you treat people badly, but you see how now he's in a stage where he needs me. He's in the hospital. He's not doing so well. And who is the one that he calls? Where's Linda? You know, the one that he cheated on me with. Where's she at? Where's all these prostitutes and all these dirty, nasty hoes and all of these thoughts that he thought was so much more important than having a decent woman? You know what I'm saying? There's something else I want to share with you to show you, you know, the reason why I put these phone calls on here, like I let you hear when my ex narcissistic husband, when he called, all of a sudden he's calling me. What was that last week? Oh, I'm in the neighborhood and I thought maybe I could stop by just to say hello. You know, I haven't seen you for a minute. Whatever, nigga. Because when you had a good woman, you didn't appreciate it. Okay? And now what you had, it's gone. And I told you, I don't believe in going backwards in life. I do not believe in going backwards. No. Once you cheat on me, I'm done. Because it's the betrayal part of it. The way you sat up there, well, even though with Gregory, he didn't lie. I got to give him that. He didn't lie about it. You know, but with my ex narc husband, all he did was lie. Every 3 words out of his mouth was a lie. You know? And he's going to get his too. He already had prostate cancer. He had to have radiation on that. And a lot of times that cancer comes right back. Where's these hoes gonna be at when he sits up there and get cancer again? When he's sitting up there wasting away like his nephew did. You know, when it says God don't like ugly, God don't like ugly. And also, let me just take this off. When the empaths and all of you who have been treated badly, you still don't believe. You be like, but they always seem to get away with it. They always seem to get away. They don't get away, honey. It may take time, but just like you heard my ex, narc, he wasn't even a full blown. So you imagine if it happened to someone who's not even a full blown narc. Can you imagine? He was just with narcissistic traits, you know. But the ones who are full blown narcissists, can you imagine what's going to happen to them? It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. I'm looking for this. Where is it? It's yeah. This is a movie that I was watching, and it's based on real life. The name of this movie is called Making Love. Okay? This is some crazy stuff here. You're married to this man for 8 years. You've been with him, and he comes and tell you you learn this stuff from him. Hold on a minute. I got to bring you. I got to take you there. What is it? Its location is 117. 117. Okay, hold up. 116, whatever. Okay. Okay. This is it.
Pain and confusion. I shared it with Natalie Wood.
This is a man who has been married to this wonderful woman. She's amazing. A wonderful, wonderful, wonderful woman. And she's given up 8 years of her life.
Volume.
8 years of her life to this man. And later on down the road, this is what he has to tell her. Let's listen in.
Or Elizabeth Taylor. Or
No.
Marilyn Monroe.
Okay, no. Okay, so he's watching the movie, blah, blah, blah.
Since I couldn't talk about it, I wrote it all down.
Okay, forget that.
Hey, I had a lot to write down.
We got to do 117.54.
He came on so strong.
117,
And they're starting-
117,
Pain and confusion.
117, hold up.
Pain and
Wait.
confusion.
117. 117, 54. Listen,
I mean, it was going so well.
and I want you to tell me how would you handle
Why did
this.
he have to tell me that he loved me?
Okay. This is it. Listen in. This is the part I want you to focus in on.
Well, welcome home. Oh, Zach. Where have you been? I've been worried about you. I called your brother. I even tried to call your father.
I spent the night in my office.
Couldn't you have called?
Claire, we're going to have that talk.
He said, Claire, we're going to have that talk. This is a woman who's married. Her husband didn't come home last night. So she asked him, where were you? You know, I was worried. Oh, I spent the night at the office. He wasn't at the office. He was at some man's house. Anyway, so she's sitting up here and he said, honey, you know what? We're going to have that talk. And the reason why they have to have that talk is because when you look at the movie previous to it, you know, their sex life was starting to dwindle. And it made the wife feel like something must be wrong with her. Something must be wrong with me. He's not attracted to me anymore. I'm not, whatever, you know? So she kept asking him, honey, you know, what is it? What's going on? You know, what's the problem? Is there something that we need to be discussing? Every time he didn't want to have sex with his wife, he would sit up there saying, oh, no, that's nothing, baby. I'm just tired. I'm just tired. Honey, let me tell you something. When it comes to men, and anytime they're not trying to have sex with you, don't go for that I'm just tired garbage. Because even though men are tired, they always find the energy for sex. So anytime you have a man popping that yang, he's just tired, you have to start investigating things. Start getting an investigator. They're not that expensive. You could get an investigator and start looking through his phone, because when he's coming off and he's starting to come, you know, starting to act all crazy and all weird when it comes to sex, men love sex. Their testosterone levels, it causes them to love sex. So when they start backing off away from you, you know, 9 times out of 10, and the only reason why I'm saying 9 times out of 10 and not 10 times out of 10, because sometimes it's legit. If he's working hard, He could be tired, understandably so. At the same time, when you get into all of this too much, I'm tired. Okay, honey, okay, so you say you're tired. I'm going to make sure I do things where you're not going to be so tired. You're working at the office. When you come home, you don't have anything to do except for take off your clothes, eat your dinner, have your dinner, and and there's going to be silence except for me sitting there, sitting at the table with you. If you want to talk, then we'll talk. And I'm just going to be sitting there, reading my book or typing up my book. But the point is, you see that I'm right here with you because you're tired. And sometimes men, all they care about when they come from work, they just want to eat and normally have sex and go to sleep. But if he's exhausted, he don't want the sex part because he's exhausted. And if he can't give his best performance, sometimes they say, you know what, I'd rather not. I'm just going to sit up here and go for mine and not even think about fulfilling my wife. So I'm going to have to chill on that because I'm tired. We get it. But when that happens too often, there's a huge problem here. You're tired when you come home from work, sweetheart. I make sure you have nothing to do. Nothing. I work too, by the way. Excuse you. But I work too, and I'm tired too. And I was tired. I used to come home from a full-time job, sometime working overtime. I still had to cook and make sure my husband was fed and make sure my house is in order. I don't like no dirty, nasty house. I need everything in order. I can't think in things in a house that's dirty. And you have some people who are hoarders or hoarders. I can't live like that. That's craziness to me. So I make sure everything is in order. I make sure my husband is showered because sometimes he's too tired. I go in the bathroom and draw the shower. All you got to do is take off clothes and jump in the shower. I even wash him. I scrub him up. I wash him up because he's tired. I offer to rub his feet. You kind of tired. I was studying some things, that Chinese stuff. There's certain points of the foot that you could hit and it relaxes certain parts in your body. You're offering all of this. Come on already. I mean, really. But listen in.
All right.
We better sit down.
Gonna be a sit downer, huh?
They're going to have the talk. The talk.
Look, Zach, whatever it is, I'm your wife and I love you. So tell me, what is it?
Now you see how loving she is? Listen, Zach, whatever it is, I'm your wife and I love you. And when you love somebody, that seems like there's nothing we can't get past. We should be able to get past anything. Anything. I mean, God is love, for God's sake. The Bible says God is love. Love is the most powerful energy in the universe. So love should make things great. But you have to make sure that it's love and not codependency. You see? Because anytime it's love, you first have got to love yourself first. And when you love yourself, you're gonna take care of yourself. You're not gonna sit up here and let people disrespect you, hurt you, do awful things to you. Because you love yourself. Let's think about a child that you love. If you see someone doing awful things to your child or to a child, you're going to jump in. You're going to stand up. You're going to raise up. Because that's who you love. You're going to protect it. Love yourself enough to protect yourself too. Sitting up here treating me poorly, that's not going to, no, I'm sorry. It's not, no. It's not acceptable. I'm not putting up with it. And as much as I love you, and God knows I do, at the same time, I love me more. I love me more. Sorry.
I don't believe it. I've gone over this and I've rehearsed it and now I don't know how to say it.
Just say it.
I've made a few discoveries about myself.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
I've had, I guess, what you would call desires that I've been repressing, and they're starting to surface.
Oh my God.
I find that I'm attracted to men.
Oh!
I suppose.
You've been with me 8 years, and all of a sudden, you've discovered some new things about yourself. And what you discovered is that you have been attracted to men and you're feeling men now. Really? Oh God, I'm just sitting up here right now. I'm pulling my hair back, guys. I'm pulling my hair all the way back. Oh God, how would you handle this situation? Please leave your comments. God knows I can hardly wait to read your comments.
That I have been most of my life, but I never knew what it was. Or maybe I just never admitted it or allowed it to come through before. Claire, I don't know where these feelings come from, but the fact is that I have them, and I've got to stop denying it.
Look at how the wife handles it.
She wants to know if we can have dinner with him on
Claire,
Saturday.
Did you hear what I just told you?
Look, what should I tell them?
Did you hear how the wife handled the situation? She listened intently, gave him her undivided attention, and then when she heard what he had to say, she got up and she just went to the phone and started dialing. You know, we have a dinner that's coming up. She's totally being oblivious to this situation. She can't handle it, obviously. She got up and went to the phone and said, you know what, honey? We have dinner people coming over. I called them. What should I tell them? Should we be coming over? She's totally not trying to hear it. She's not trying to hear it. Ah!
Claire, listen to me. I have stopped denying it. I've been with someone.
What do you want for dinner? You want veal or fish?
Last
or
night
I
you
can
said
make
you
a
could
custard.
handle anything.
Stop it!
She said, what do you want for dinner? Veal or whatever? So he says, wait, you said you could handle anything. She smacked the, excuse my S-H-I-T out of him. I wanted to curse. I was at the words, guys. I try not to teach my tubies. I don't want you to curse because I'm trying to be an example, but there's times when sometimes you just gotta curse. She slapped the S-H-I-T out of him. The sugar honey iced tea, honey. She smacked this man so hard because what? Oh.
Shut up! You said you could handle anything. Last
What
night.
are you telling me, that our whole marriage has been a lie?
No. No, what are you saying? What are you saying? We have always, Claire, look at me. We have always been there for each other. Always.
Like friends?
Yes, like friends. It's the best thing we could have.
No! What about passion?
What about support?
What about betrayal?
That's it for me. You heard what she said? What about betrayal? You see, that's the reason why I can't get past the cheating on me. Because I keep thinking about Judas, the way he betrayed Jesus Christ. That was some low down, dirty, rotten crap that Judas did to Jesus Christ. Wouldn't you say? That was grimy. Jesus Christ was perfect. He didn't hurt nobody. He didn't treat people poorly. And yet and still, look at how Judas did that. That goes to show a lot of you women out here, you're not doing anything wrong. It's not because you're not measuring up, you're not taking care of him sexually, you're not a good homemaker, you're not supportive, you're not a good listener, you're not a team player. Yeah, you're all of that. You're all of that because Jesus Christ was all of that. And he still got betrayed.
I thought I knew you. Who are you?
I'm the man who's loved you for 8 years.
Loved me or used me?
Claire, you are not listening to me.
I'm listening.
You don't understand.
I do understand. You used me. You hid behind me for 8 years. Oh, God, you want to hear something? I thought it was another woman.
Claire, no.
I don't want to hear anymore.
Claire, you're wrong.
Look,
It's not true.
why don't you leave, Zach? Just leave.
It's something.
You hear what she said? You used me. You used me. You know, you hid behind me, so you could show to the world that, you see, you know how it is. You have a lot of gay people, men who are gay, maybe women too or whatever, and they don't want to go against the status quo. You know what I'm saying? They want to appear to be normal. Like trying to move up in business. You can't sit up here and come out and talk about I'm gay, I like sleeping with men, or I like going down on women, I'm a woman, and I like, no. Because society, especially back in this day and age, because this is based on a true story. It's called Making Love. Type it into YouTube. It's called Making Love 1982. So just check it out so you can see the whole thing. You're going to see how everything transpired. It's crazy. So you have a lot of gay people. That's why they have them called living on the down low. Because they know if they don't live on the down low, You're not getting that promotion. You know, the American dream is that you have the wife, the husband, the house, the car, the 2.3 kids. That means 2 kids that are big and 1 little baby. And you got to have the goddamn dog somewhere around. You got to have the dog, damn it. And that's the American dream. The American dream doesn't consist of 2 men bumping uglies. That ain't acceptable. So he used her. Just like I said, my ex-narc husband, he used me. He wanted Caucasian women, honey. He only used me because he saw that I could get him where he wanted to be. When I met him, he had nothing. When I left him, he had everything. Trust and believe. You know when they say you're supposed to stand behind your man, it's a woman that helps to make the man? I did all that. I did all that. And trust and believe, I made the man. But he didn't want no ebony woman. And even when you see him out there with an ebony woman today, trust me, he needs somebody he can abuse. He needs somebody he could defecate on and treat like garbage. That's the only reason why you'll see him with an ebony woman. But what he really wants is anything that has pale or light skin. That's what he really wants. Okay? So yeah, he did use me. And I'm going to school my empaths. Let me tell you something. Watch the kind of porno that your man is looking at. If the porno he's looking at is with women that don't look nothing like you, they're not your body size, they're not your complexion, they're nowhere near your height, they don't resemble you, they don't have to look exactly like you, but at least they have to resemble you, honey, he's using you. When you walk down the street and when you see he has a wandering eye, look at the type of women that he's looking at. Are any of those women, do they look anything like you? Okay, let's not get crazy. Or how about this? Do they even look at least a little bit close to what you look like? No. All of my ex-narcs, porno, all Caucasian women. All pale women, Spanish-looking women, light skin. That's all it was. And these are pornos that he purchased with his own money. He didn't want no ebony woman. And I'm not no ugly-looking woman, honey. My body may not look like freaking the cover of Cosmopolitan, but I'm not no goddamn my 500-pound life either. Believe that. And I am a very sexy lady. You know what? I'm not going to even say that I'm sexy. I'm just going to put it like this. I'm sexy enough. Let's just put it like that. Enough. Let's not get crazy up in here. I'm more than enough. And guess what? The beauty of it is I know it. How about that?
I don't have any control over it. I mean, whether you're born with it, acquired, who knows, but there's something in me that needs to be with a man.
My...
Oh! I don't, maybe it's his strength.
There's something in me that needs to be with a man? What could possibly be in you that makes you feel that you need to be a man? Let's listen to him explain why.
His attitude. Maybe he's everything I'm not. I don't know. Maybe it's brotherhood, bonding, release.
Wait,
maybe
I gotta go back. What? Okay.
Tell me, what is it?
Tell me what. We're going all the way back, guys. We're gonna start this, and I won't interrupt. I promise.
I don't believe it. I've gone over this and I've rehearsed it.
I'm freaking out.
Now I don't know how to say it.
Just say it.
I've made a few discoveries about myself. I've had, I guess, what you would call desires that I've been repressing, and they're starting to surface. I find that I'm attracted to men. I suppose that I have been most of my life, but I never knew what it was, or maybe I just never admitted it or allowed it to come through before. Claire, I don't know where these feelings come from, but the fact is that I have them, and I've got to stop denying it.
Gotta call Barbara. She wants to know if we can have dinner with him on Saturday.
Did you hear what I just told you?
Look, what should I tell them?
Claire, listen to me. I have stopped denying it. I've been with someone.
What do you want for dinner? You want veal or fish,
Last
or
night
I
you
can
said
make
you
a
could handle anything.
Stop it! Shut up!
You said you can handle anything. Last
What
night.
are you telling me, that our whole marriage has been a lie?
No. No, what are you saying? What are you saying? We have always, Claire, look at me. We have always been there for each other. Always.
Like friends?
Yes, like friends. It's the best thing we could have.
No! What about passion?
What about support?
What about betrayal? God! I thought I knew you. Who are you?
I'm the man who's loved you for 8 years.
Loved me or used me?
Claire, you are not listening to me.
I'm listening.
You don't understand.
I do understand. You used me. You hid behind me for 8 years. Oh, God, you want to hear something? I thought it was another woman.
Claire, no.
I don't want to hear anymore.
Claire, you're wrong.
Look,
It's not
why
true.
don't you leave, Zach? Just leave.
I'm sorry, I know I said that I would not interrupt. She said, I thought it was another woman. And you know, a woman, sometimes we say, you know what, I could work with this. It's another woman. I can compete with that.